Well, holy freaking smokers, folks, this ain't no jokers. You got to be flipping my flapjacks. We have to talk about this. There is a lot going on in the world today. So here's what just happened. The Supreme Court has officially overturned Roe versus Wade. Now, I want to make this very clear. This is a finance channel. This is a stock market channel. We almost rarely talk about politics on this channel, but this is such a huge world important issue. I have to discuss this. So please don't get mad at me, but we do have to discuss this. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over kind of what happened and what the implications of that will be. So obviously we know the Supreme Court just overturned Roe versus Wade. That is a 1973 decision. So it's about 50 years old now, and it just officially got overturned by the Supreme Court. I also want to make this crystal clear. The Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade does not mean that abortions are automatically illegal everywhere, right? Like, that is not what that means. What it means is that in the U.S., states can now decide whether to ban abortions or not. And the reason why they can is because abortions are no longer protected under the Constitution. That is what the Roe v. Wade ruling has determined, that abortion rights are not protected under the U.S. federal Constitution. That is what that means. Now, states on their own can decide. They have more power, essentially, and they can decide whether they want abortions to happen or not in their own state. It is very important that everybody understands that. No, abortions are not just automatically illegal. It's over with. No, now it's basically in the hands of the states. Well, as of right now, you have 13 states that have passed trigger laws that will ban abortion. These trigger laws are bans written to prohibit abortion that would take effect once Roe v. Wade is overturned, which literally just happened, right? Now, the 13 states are Arkansas, Idaho, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming. These are all states that have trigger laws, which means, obviously some of them have some implications, like their attorney general has to sign off on them, different things like that. But essentially, those 13 states are pretty much going to ban abortion. And yes, this means that in these states, abortion access will no longer be accessible statewide. That is what is coming. Now, on top of those 13 states with trigger bans, you have 5 additional states that still have abortion bans on the books from before the 1973 decision. That includes Alabama, Arizona, Michigan, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. These bans could potentially be enforced if Roe versus Wade is overturned, which just happened. So what that means is those 5 states that I just named, they have laws sitting on their books that they're just waiting for the Supreme Court to overturn Roe versus Wade. And a lot of their attorney generals in their states, as well as their state legislatures, have been waiting for this moment to happen. And so they're very more than likely going to enforce those bans that they had sitting on the books in their laws for a while now. Now, in 10 states, now we're getting to the section where you have about 20 or so states, 22 states that allow abortion. So here we go right here. In 10 states, you have the state Supreme Court that has found that its constitution guarantees the right to an abortion. Remember, not the official, not the big boy Supreme Court down in D.C., but these are the state Supreme Courts that have essentially found that their state constitution guarantees the right to an abortion. Found that their state constitution guarantees the right to an abortion. Those states are Alaska, Arizona, California, Florida, Kansas, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Montana, New Jersey, New Mexico. Now, beyond constitutional rights, you have about 12 other states that have passed laws that codified the right to have an abortion. This means the legislature got together and passed laws and said, we don't give a crap what the Supreme Court is going to do. We want abortion in our state and we allow it. That is essentially what happened. And those laws essentially codified the right to an abortion up until the fetus can live independently outside of the womb. And those states are California, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Nevada, New York, Rhode Island, and Washington. So there's your update on everything that's happening. Now, I do want to get into the political part. The reason why is because this is a political channel, but a lot of people have had questions about, well, I think that the Republicans are going to win the midterm. I don't think the Democrats are going to win. Well, let me tell you, as a former political operative, former campaign manager, whatever you want to call me, I have different names for what I did. Most of you guys know my background is in politics. I used to manage and run campaigns on a daily basis. That was my job. That is what I did. I'm here to tell you right now, do not be so sure that the Democrats cannot win. With this ruling that just happened, this is going to energize white women, suburban white women. And I'm telling you right now, that is a huge voting block that you need in order to win. And I'm telling you right now, I am not so sure that with everything going on with inflation and all those different things that the Republicans are going to win the midterm. I am not so sure. There is actually a strong possibility that the Democrats could win if it's going to come down to what campaign managers they have and how their campaigns are run. If they run their campaigns the right way and they drill down the fact that Roe v. Wade has been overturned and they scare people like, you're not going to have abortion rights. What if this happens? What if that happens? And they run smart political ads and they do a great job on messaging and their literature looks right, things like that. The Democrats can definitely win the midterm. So yes, what I'm essentially saying is there is a very strong possibility that the Supreme Court just handed the Democrats the midterm election on a silver platter. Yes, I am here to tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I am here to tell you that for many women, Roe versus Wade does trump whatever job you think the Biden administration did, whatever you think is going on with inflation and all those other things and the economics and how bad things are right now in the world and how inflation is killing the average American. I'm telling you right now, many women care a lot more about abortion and Roe versus Wade than all of that other crap. So I'm here to tell you right now, do not be so sure that the Democrats cannot win the midterm. I'm not saying they will, but there is a very strong possibility that they can, as long as they run their campaign a certain way. And so there you guys have it. I know this is completely off topic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this update. I think it's too important. You know, sometimes you get subjects that are just so important. It doesn't matter what kind of channel you are. You just have to cover it because it's just so gosh dang important. And I can tell you right now, there are going to be massive protests everywhere. There's going to be violence. There's going to be craziness. There's going to be a lot of things happening starting this weekend and going forward. So get ready for the country to be torn apart again, just like we saw during the George Floyd protest. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, take care of your mental health, and I will see you guys in the next one.